Right, welcome. Thank you so much. We are going to begin our program today. So, welcome to Practical Ways to Boost Member Value Using Technology, and brought to you by GlueUp. I'd like to welcome you. Good morning, goeiemorgen, molo, jumbo, selam, dumela. Welcome to today's session from wherever you may be in Africa or around the globe. We've got registrants from East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, and also many from South Africa. My name is David, and I'm going to be doing the solution overview today and giving you a bit of a sort of walk through our system. And please feel free to pop any questions that you have in the Q&A. My colleague Matt is standing by to answer those quick questions as well, but we'll also allow a few minutes for Q&A at the end of the session today. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and we will begin today's session. Excellent. So this session is brought to you by GlueUp. We are an all-in-one cloud-based solution for associations and membership-based organizations globally. We've got a strong presence in Africa, and we love Africa. So it's great to engage with people from around the continent today, and we are going to be taking you through the platform. Right. So essentially, if you think of GlueUp and the way that it can assist you with adding value to your members, you really need to have a look at all of the requirements of an association or a membership-based organization around the world, particularly in Africa. We find that organizations struggle to really prove and show the value that they so clearly bring, but to actually translate that through digital to their members. So that is what we're doing today. We're looking at the various different elements of your association and how you could possibly put them all into one system that speaks to the different elements. So we cover CRM. We've got a very robust CRM built into our platform. We have got an event management tool. We have got membership management. We've got sponsorship management. We've got loads of different elements that are all connected via different modules, and we will talk you through those today. The very important thing to note is that it really is truly all in one. So instead of having to piecemeal your tech stack like many people do, you will have one sort of platform to go to and one bill at the end of the year to cover all of those items. These are some of the associations that we very proudly serve in Africa. You might recognize a few based on the territories that you're in as well. And very importantly, we are an American company. However, for our customers here in Africa, we've got localized support. So all of our support is happening in Central African time as well, with our support team sitting in Nairobi, and we've got a few other support members around the world as well. So we're serving just over 3,000 membership-based organizations in 72 territories around the world. And as I said, Africa is a very important region for us as well. So at the heart of any membership-based organization is, in fact, and obviously the member, the person behind that member. So it's very important that we have a tool that's intuitive, that's easy to use, and that allows you to gather as much information as what you possibly can on your members so that you can start communicating to them in a very personalized way. So essentially, this is what GlueUp does. It's got a very powerful CRM built into the heart of our system. And the CRM connects and speaks to all the other elements as well, like the events module, etc. So what you are viewing at the moment are a few screenshots of the actual CRM module. There is a live activity feed. So once your member is starting to engage with your content, you'll be able to see every email that has been sent, when they've opened it, when they've clicked on a link, when they've booked for an event, etc. Everything is automated from the membership renewals, the event experiences. It's all automated off the back of the CRM, where you can have unlimited custom fields, where you can collect as much info as you need, and you can customize the experience for your specific association. So really, really important. If I just hover over here as well, you'll be able to see certain things at a glance. Like you'll be able to see who the person is, their role, the company they represent. There's a golden crown, which indicates that they're the primary member or the administrative member. You can see whether they are active, whether they are behind on their subscription or membership dues for the period as well. You can see whether they've opted into your communication terms and conditions, and all of the information is at hand in very easy to consume dashboards. What we're going to look at next is something that we call opportunity management. And for lack of a better word, you could say that you could use it for sponsorship management, for attracting new members or corporate members that you'd like to introduce to your brand or to your association in the future. Essentially, it's a very easy Kanban view. It looks very similar to other solutions like Trello, etc., where you can create a card for every sponsorship opportunity that your team is working on. So if we have to break it down, if you're having a convention and you are looking for a hotel sponsor to be your venue and your food and beverage partner, you would be able to have a card for each opportunity. And as you start communicating with those executives at the sponsorship company, you'll be able to start moving those cards or opportunities down the line to eventually see that that money comes into your bank accounts and you've secured the sponsorship. So it's great for reporting, it's great for financial forecasting, and it's really nice to be able to see exactly where you are in terms of event sponsorships and new members that you'd like to introduce. I am going to go over some of these slides a little bit quickly, but please do, if you have a question, please do drop it in the Q&A and we'd be happy to answer that at a later stage. So the application process, it all starts with linking your current website to GlueUp, whereby new members can apply seamlessly via an online application. And you can really start to introduce them to the digital feel of your organization from the moment they land on your website. So you've got an automated application process, which feeds back into GlueUp and will automatically start that membership journey as well. You obviously can set that all up yourself, and you can have different conditions and terms and questions to really customize the experience for the member. Now, we all know, and I myself worked for an association in Africa for many years, so I know exactly what it's like being on the ground in an association. And we often, as association professionals, wear at least 10 to 15 different hats on any given day. So what GlueUp is really good at doing is taking the tasks that you have to do every day, but those tasks that are rather mundane that can actually be automated, we've been able to work out via the technology that we've created. We're able to automate some of those tasks that you really don't need to do as a human being. So things like automated communications, invoicing, event reminders, those are all automated. And what that allows you to do, particularly with smaller teams that have got a leaner management team, it allows you as the people behind the association to focus more on the high touch elements and the people, the stakeholder relationships. So what GlueUp does is it automates all of those small tasks for you. So you'll see we've got here on this diagram a 5-step process. This is just to sort of illustrate the renewal process. So members will apply via your website. Once they've applied, you'll be able to approve their membership or not based on your requirements. And then what will happen is the system will automatically generate an invoice on your invoicing template. It will send it to the member. It will also include in that email a payment link. If you've got a payment gateway set up within the platform as well, They'll be able to pay online. The minute they've paid, it will reconcile into the system, send them a thank you email, and actually allocate those funds to their membership, and their membership will be triggered and it will start. All without anyone having to do anything. It's essentially all automated based on the rules that you set out for your organization's needs and requirements. And again, for renewals, the renewal process is always so difficult because people are renewing sometimes on an annual basis, sometimes they're renewing on a month to month basis, depending on their start date. The system will automatically start communicating their renewal date to them a few weeks before or a month before, depending on how you set it up. And it will do all of those renewals automatically for you. So really saving you a lot of time as a association human within the space as well. So when it comes to the memberships, you've got full oversight of how well your association is doing. You can go and you can have a look at the various dashboards that we have in the platform, and you can see your different membership types or tiers. You can see over here, you'll see the different categories, how many active members you have, how many applications are in renew, and also how many renewals you have. So it gives you as a management team and a membership team as well, really good insight into how well the association is doing and how well the memberships are doing as well. You've got little metrics that are visible here showing you exactly how many applications are awaiting payments, how many are awaiting renewal, what your active corporate memberships are and active memberships, your renewal health check. And then what's really cool as well, and we love this and our customers love this, is once you start engaging with the platform and payments start to come through and people start renewing, the system will actually take a look at the data that's been generated, and it will give you what we call a renewal health check and a health score. So over here, you're seeing that your renewal health check is at 89%, and it takes an average member in your association, based on your data, 25 days to pay an invoice after receiving it. So that's really great when it comes to financial forecasting and planning, etc. You know exactly when those finances are due, and you don't know that based on a thumbsuck. You know it on actual data that has been gathered from your members in the system. When it comes to events, events are generally the lifeblood of every association on the continent and globally. So what we do is we've got a full events platform built into GlueUp. And essentially what it does is it gives you end-to-end control over your events. So it does everything from advertising the events. It creates a beautiful event website. You can do your ticketing and registration. You can do your payments in multiple different currencies. And very importantly, for the African continent, we support multiple languages as well. So you're able to convert these experiences from English to French, etc., etc. So really inclusive in the way that we communicate with people from around the continent. You've got various different templates that you can use and really customize the experience of these events going forward. Here you will see the events are very mobile friendly. The platform is completely mobile optimized. And for us here in Africa, we know that sometimes, technology is maybe a little bit sketchy, but we do know that at least 85% of all African people have got access to smartphones. And that is really where we are consuming our communications from associations. So really nice to be able to have your communications and events mobile optimized for your members to do it in the palm of their hands. When it comes to events, every event, like I said, has its own event micro website. And what that allows you to do is to really look at events on a micro level. So you can see what kind of topics are actually performing better in your community, what kind of events are webinars more well attended than in-person events, are golf days more well attended than seminars, for instance. So every event that you do, you will have a full report at the end of the event telling you exactly how many attendees you have. It'll give you the splits between members and non-members, how many members checked in versus how many actually pre-registered and just walked in at the venue, what your payments were, so the revenue that came in terms of your expenses. You've got full graphing to see how much you spent on venue fees, on transportation, food and beverage, and then you'd be able to see where the revenue came in from. So did it come from sponsorships? Did it come from event registrations, etc.? And then tied to that, all of your various communications. You have a full report as to how did the campaign for this event go. We've got an 18% bounce rate. We've got a 3% click rate. We can see where people clicked on the content so that we can optimize our content going forward as well. And then at the end of the day, you've also got a full P&L account or profit and loss account, which shows you how well that event did overall from a financial perspective. When it comes to email campaigns, emails are a very important aspect of the system, and obviously in terms of communicating around the world through associations. So you've got a full system built into GlueUp. It's called Campaigns, and it allows you to build beautiful HTML content-rich emails that are template-based and very easy to customize and to use on a daily basis. So what we see here is this view shows us how you simply drag and drop elements into your campaign, and you can create a beautiful email campaign within just a few minutes. What this also allows you to do is to create smart lists. And I think, if we look at what's happening around the world at the moment, email is so prolific that people often don't read as many emails as what they would like to because they simply don't have enough time. So what we want to do is really want to get very targeted with the communications and how we communicate to our specific audiences. So with this platform, you can create what we call smart lists, but it's essentially a segmented list of your audience so that you can communicate specific themes or information to specific elements of your list. So you can segment really easily in this, and what that does is it increases your read rates and your open rates as well. We've also got things like merge tags, so you can very easily customize those emails and send emails en masse and in bulk as well. After you've sent those campaigns, you get a full report. So you can see when the campaign was sent, who it was sent by, how many opens it received, how many people ignored the email, how many bounced, click rates, not clicked, etc. And then underneath, you can actually get a full list and reports of all that link activity. So you can see out of which links were in the email, which ones performed the best. And you'd be able to see what those clicks are like as well. Obviously, completely POPIA and GDPR compliant in terms of local authorities and communication laws within the specific territories. It's all, like I said, automated as well. Now, what we've got that I'm really excited about, and our customers absolutely love it, and more importantly, our customers love it. So the members or the end users have got a space that we call My Glue. It's essentially a community hub. And what it allows you to do is to have your own private social space for your community. What's nice about this is that all the content that's generated in your space belongs to you and your association. It's not going to a different platform where you have to accept their terms and conditions, and that data actually becomes, owned by a third party. Everything that is generated here is owned by your association. So you'll see it looks very similar to something like Facebook or LinkedIn. It's very clean. There's a lot of white space and very intuitive as well. So the members can upload their profile photo. They can have a digital business card, which is great. So at events, they can actually scan using their mobile phone. They can scan each other's business cards, and they can, network effectively via these as well. You've got a live wall where you as the association can post about upcoming events or a new news story that's happened within your industry. Your members can then go and like, comment, and share, and you can create really good engagement within your community. We've also got things like one-to-one chat, which you can enable, where your members can actually chat one-to-one in the app. And what that does is it allows you to contain all of your member communications in one trusted space. We've got all of the different things here, like we've got the events, we've got the communities. You can activate a member directory as well. We've got committees, and then there's a payment wallet where if they want to, they could go and connect their credit card and they would be able to then purchase events and tickets, etc., from their mobile phone and have a history of everything that they've ever purchased from your association right there. So really, really nice. And, this really creates a great sense of community. We obviously, as I said, support multiple different currencies. We have got a payment partner for the African continent called DPO, which allows you to accept payments via different currencies directly through the gateway into your bank account as well. It's fully end-to-end encrypted and works really, really well. We've also got a number of different integrations when it comes to financial systems as well, which we can talk about. If you've got any questions, you can let us know, and we can certainly assist you with more info on that. When it comes to your memberships and your member events, very important, feedback is the food of champions. So the minute your event ends, you're able to send out an automated survey request, which you can build in our Survey Builder tool, and you can ask them how did they enjoy the event. You've got things like stars, hearts, thumbs up. We've even got pre-built questions that you can just drop in if it's a very standard form that you'd like. So we've really tried, and our designers and developers have really tried to think like association managers and give you tools to make your life a lot easier when it comes to the day-to-day running. So that is the survey tool. Dashboards, very importantly, when it comes to your monthly board meeting or your quarterly board meeting, as an association manager or leader or staff member, you need to be able to get those metrics and those numbers very easily and very quickly so that you can put it in your board pack and report on how well you are doing as a team. What GlueUp does is it takes all of the data from the entire system and puts it into a dashboard for you. You can customize the dashboard based on your specific login, and you can choose what kind of metrics you want to measure. So like over here, you'll see we've got value of payments, events versus event attendees, new contacts versus total contacts, memberships, new versus churned versus active. You've got your community engagement insights over here, and then your income. Like these are just 3 widgets. There are multiples that you can choose from. Just to show you as well, to make it visually easy to digest the data, membership income is always reflected as green and event income is always reflected as blue. So you can see exactly what portion of your revenue is coming from membership versus events, etc. So really, really useful in that regard as well. Security, very, very important. Like I said earlier, we are fully POPIA and GDPR compliant. You have got full control over your data. You can actually create your own roles and permissions within the system. So if you have team members that are not allowed to access the financial matters of the association, you can add them as a marketeer or an admin or a manager, and you can choose what are they able to see, what are they able to update, create, and remove. If you go and remove those, they won't even have access to the finance records of the association. So it's a really nice way to ensure that your data and your info is really well protected as well. We are hosted on the AWS cloud server. It is 99.9% uptime. We have got full implementation and we've got full backups available as well. And it is DPA for every customer, and Cloudflare, and also two-factor authentication is also enabled for your security as well. We're going to be ending in a moment. This is getting to the end. These are our apps that we have. So we've got two apps. The first one is MyGlue. This is the member-facing app or the public-facing app. So essentially, you would be able to offer this free of charge to your members and to the non-members that are, subscribers to your content. They would be able to download it on the Apple iStore as well as on the Play Store on Android, and they would be able to go find the app. They'd be able to log in. The minute they're logged in, it will be branded with your logo, with your color scheme, and all of your events and content. So everything there from their digital business card to their events to checking in, everything on one app. On the other side, we've got the Manager app. Now, what that does is it helps you and the association team to actually go and manage the association wherever you may be in the world. So let's say we are the Secretary General, and we've been invited to an event in Europe, for instance, and we're sitting at the airport waiting for our flights, and we get a WhatsApp that we need to action something really quickly for our association. Simply pick up the phone, log into the Manager app, and we can do what we need to via the mobile application. So really useful. Another thing that does is when you have your events, your members will be able to bring their tickets, which the system will generate with a QR code. Your team would be able to use their mobile phone to scan those members in. It'll check them into the system, and they can do that via their mobile phone ticket or actually a printed ticket as well. So really, really nice. It creates a very smooth digital experience for your community. We also offer websites, so we can build websites for your association. If you feel that you don't really have a website that you're 100% happy with, we can actually do that for you, and we can then integrate the website directly to the platform as well. Really, really nice. It is an optional add-on that we have available, so please do talk to us as well if that is something you'd like some more info on as well. Now, very importantly, we are not just here to make a sale. We're not just here to get you to become a customer. We want to keep you as a customer. So that's why GlueUp places very, very big importance on after-sales service. We have got award-winning customer service teams. You'll see some of the badges that we have here coming from the industry leaders in terms of software. So what we've got is we've got a suite of options that you can have a look at. We've got full onboarding and ongoing support. So if you were to choose to digitally transform your association, become a customer of GlueUp, we would assign you a customer success manager or an implementation manager that would walk you through the process of bringing your data into GlueUp and launching the system to your membership. What we then have is full training. We've got live virtual training that happens Monday through Thursday, roughly 11 o'clock Central Eastern African time, every day, and where we cover different modules within the system. We've also got an LMS, or a learning management system, where your team can consume the learning content at their own pace and in their own time. It's called GlueUp Academy. We've got a help desk, 24-hour help desk. We've also got an AI co-pilot, which has been trained beautifully in our system. And you can pop a quick question to the AI co-pilot, and it will pop out an answer to you immediately. Alternatively, you can log a ticket through your system, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible with that solution. So we work really well with other softwares as well. These are just a few of the softwares that we have got native integrations with. So QuickBooks, Google Analytics, Xero, Zoom. We've actually just launched a few months back, Outlook integration as well. So you can tie all of your communications back into your GlueUp as well. So very, very nice to be able to connect very easily via integrations. These are just some of the case studies that we have. We've got quite a few in Africa. So I would really recommend that you go and visit our websites, click on Africa, and you'd be able to see some of the case studies and testimonials from some of the African associations that we work with. We always believe that the best advertising is that of a referral from your customer. So you'd be able to go and read that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the talk today. My details are on the screen. It is my absolute pleasure to have taken you through the system today. I'm now going to ask that my colleague Matt unmute and let me know if there are any questions that are in the Q&A box, and I'd be happy to answer that. And also, if you have any further questions, you will be receiving an email with the recording of the session a little bit later. Feel free to contact us, and we're happy to set up a brief meeting to see how we could help your association. Thank you.
Thanks, David. Yes, there are a couple of questions here. The first one is Sorrel is asking, can you integrate with Sage? And I did notice in this slide we didn't have the Sage Intact logo up yet. It is a fairly new integration.
Yeah.
But he's asking, will you be able to integrate with Sage Accounting to create invoices directly into Sage
Mm.
Online?
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sorrel. Great question. So as Matt said, we've actually just got a very new integration into Sage. I just want to advise that it is into one of the Sage products. We don't integrate into all of the Sage products just yet. That is something that would be looked at down the line. But right now, we've got a native integration with Sage Intact, which you would be able to add to your system. But if not, so if we have to look at other associations that maybe don't use Xero or QuickBooks or Sage, what the system is built to do is it's built to really work well with import-export capabilities. So what we do is generally the invoicing would take place in GlueUp, and simply you would go and export that invoice data into a CSV or comma separated value file and import it into your other financial system where you can then reconcile on that side. So it's very easy to get over that as well if you're not working with one of the native integrated partners. I hope that answers your question.
Thanks, Dave. Another question here, and this came through quite early in the session, so it's probably already been answered by your presentation. But in terms of helping associations to manage the member data more effectively, what advantage does this system have over your typical sort of spreadsheets and Excel manual systems that some people are still using?
Yeah. It's a great question. Thanks very much. And I think, the bottom line there is really the CRM. The CRM is, like I said, it's the heart of the system. And what it does is it allows you to gather information on each member or each contact, right? And then not only just gathering the information for the sake of gathering it, it allows you to analyze that data. Okay. So, once you've launched your system and you've been running and operating for a couple of weeks to a month, you can go in and you can start filtering all of your CRM data, and you can see, where are my most engaged users? Are they in Kigali or are they in Cape Town? Are more of my members male versus female? Those kind of analytics, you're able to get very granular data. And then I think it's very important, and a word of advice as well for association professionals is, don't just gather data for the sake of gathering it. Rather gather less data that is more important to your association, and then make sure that you actually use that data smartly to lead your decisions into the future. So I would definitely say, Matt, the custom field capability within the CRM is a game changer for associations that are not yet using a CRM.
The next question, how does the platform support member engagement? Beyond just event management, for example, what communication tools and networking tools does the system offer? And I know you did cover some of that
Yeah.
in the system, but just give an overview.
Well, I'll give you a quick overview. Thanks for the question. So, the one thing that I said I was really happy and proud about is the MyGlue Community Hub. Essentially, it's the front-facing social space of your association, and how it actually can increase engagement is, people don't like to be talked to; they like to be spoken with. So, your association can really leverage the tool to create conversation and to create talking points. So you can go and you can pose topics that are relevant to your association, things that are happening in the news and the media, and you can encourage your members to start talking about it and to start creating dialogue. Another great part of that tool as well is, like I said, globally, we see that email is not performing as well as it used to. And that's simply because there is an over communication in terms of companies that don't segment their lists, right? So, they send everyone everything. So you might get 3 emails a day from an association that's not segmenting their list, and maybe only one of those emails are relevant to you. So we avoid that at all costs. We segment our lists. We send members what they would be interested in. But what's also nice is on the app, we've got push notification technology. So you can actually go and your members can directly go and choose how they want to get communications from you. So if the person is not really an email reader, they can actually go and select that for events. They don't want to get an email. They rather want to get a push notification to the app. So they will get a little buzz on their phone and they will see when you publish a new event. Really, really nice way to give people the option of how they want to receive communication from you. And I think that way they feel heard, they feel understood and valued, and that generally seems to boost the engagement and value. So I hope that that answers the question.
Thanks, Dave. And if I can just add something, a lot of people are concerned that their members aren't mobile friendly members, for instance. Um, we don't negate traditional marketing. You can still send out your mails via the campaign system as well, but they will also get a push notification on their mobile directing them to that campaign. So
Yeah,
it's just reinforcing your communications with them rather than
yeah.
replacing with a different type of communication method.
Yes. No, 100%.
One,
And you know what? I think that's a very good segue into another point that I wanted to make that I wasn't able to earlier. So let's talk that through quickly. I'll give you a quick case study. So a couple of months back, I was working with a client. We obviously will not mention any names, but this client had not really done a lot of digital transformation, hence the reason why they came to us, and we were helping them and advising and guiding them. One of their concerns was that their team was a more mature team. So, to be politically correct, we don't say old, we say mature. So, the average age of their team was in the 60s, around 63. So, they had a more mature management team. And they were concerned about the uptake, and their membership also reflected that sort of age demographic as well. We went through the training, we did everything. And I'm proud to say that that customer, the more mature audience that really embraced the technology and the emails and the push notifications and the app, have actually surprised themselves as to how well they adopted it because it is so easy and intuitive. So I think, yes, absolutely, it can be used in conjunction. So traditional marketing with your emails can be supported and amplified through the technology like push notifications. And for those that are concerned that they're not maybe as tech savvy as they'd like to be, that's fine. We've got the team to help and upskill and train. And like I said, like that other customer, really surprised themselves as to how easily they adapted and how well they enjoyed it.
thanks, David. Finally, unless anybody else asks another question, what kind of reporting and insights can associations expect um, to use from using GlueUp, sorry, especially around member retention and growth?
Mm. Yeah, that's a good one. And that goes back down to that monthly or quarterly board report. At the end of the day, you cannot run a successful association without knowing your numbers. And in order to know your numbers, you really need to know what those metrics are, or those data points are that make up the numbers. So what's really important is GlueUp is able to analyze all of the data in your system, and it's able to really create a great overview. So for instance, it's going to analyze all of your memberships, right? It's going to, like I showed you, it's going to tell you how long an average member takes to pay an invoice. It's going to tell you how many renewals you have at any given moment, what the value of those renewals are, how many members, unfortunately, are maybe behind on a membership, and how many have actually expired. It will tell you, the uptake of your events. It will really, everything that you would need to know in order to look at the data and make an informed decision, or an informed sort of recommendation to your exco. You would have available there as well. You would also be able to completely customize those reports and choose how you really get the data displayed. And all of the reporting is also, if you don't want to, sometimes people really prefer Excel for reporting. So if you don't want to analyze your reports on platform, all of those reports are able to be exported via CSV into Excel format as well. And then you can manipulate the numbers and really sort of digest the reports in Excel as well. So reporting is done really, really well, very smoothly, and also quite intuitively as well.
Great. Thank you very much. That's all of the questions. I think it's been a great session. And as David said, if you have any questions, please, of course, don't hesitate to reach out. Um, Obviously, we'd like to take you through the live system. If you are interested in the platform, let us take you through the actual live system so that you can see what it looks like and play around in it. We'll give you access to demo it. But just reach out to us and set up a quick call, and we'll do that.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Matt. And thank you to our guests from all the corners of Africa today. We appreciate you. Goodbye.